Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I will be bringing you another cast for the Collegiate Dota 2 League between the University of Texas team BINSKI and I think this is San Francisco University, but
Yeah, SFU, yeah.
I kind of jumped into this game at the last second because they needed an admin, and even though my voice is incredibly sore, we're going to cast this. Bringing you today my co-commentary will be my co-commentator, Chinchillax of UMass Amherst.
Hey guys, great to cast.
Yeah, sorry if you hear any water sounds. I'm going to be taking liberal use of water this game. So, starting things out, we see BINSKI has banned out the Dirge, and on the other side, engineers rule the world. I just saw that's what that makes sense. What ERTW makes. It's a good acronym. They will ban out the Rubik, and we will have a Coddle banned out for BINSKI, and I don't need to say everything. But how do you think about these bans so far? As far as the first two bans.
Well, Dirge has been really popular nowadays, so I respect that ban, even though our team doesn't. Uh, but
I
also
know.
the Coddle ban, the first phase, that seems a bit peculiar to me.
Yeah, but to me it seems like it's definitely foreshadowing of a pushing lineup because they don't want the Coddle and the Dirge for their anti-push since obviously Coddle everybody knows once you put up an Illuminate you basically instantly kill the creep wave. But people always think about Dirge for his ability to push, but they often forget that when you throw down the zombie house right under your tower, you can't ever push into that tower either.
I agree. And we have the typical Darkseer ban because nobody wants to play against him or
Yeah,
with him.
it's so funny. It's banned almost every game now. Like I would expect it. I thought when they changed the draft steam style to the first two bans, there'd be a lot more Darkseers getting through. But it seems to me like people still don't want to deal with him, even with the slight nerfs to him.
He's just such a versatile hero, and he can turn around team fights so easily with that ultimate.
Yeah, and I think one of his greatest strengths actually is just that he complements every single hero in the game. There's not an ability I can think of that wouldn't benefit from Vacuum unless you mess up the Vacuum completely. And we do see Tidehunter as the first picked out of BINSKI. Pretty standard. That hero is just godlike.
Unless you're no Tidehunter.
Well, they still picked him once.
Once, yeah. Even they couldn't resist a Tidehunter.
Yeah, that speaks to the strength of the hero anyway, if you're willing to break your team name for it.
Yeah.
But we do see
Then we see Batrider.
yeah, Batrider and THD. So obviously THD is he's the flavor of the month support right now. Just so good with his ice path and the pushing power and stopping power he brings to the table. And obviously Batrider, I think I'm trying to think. I think every game I've casted so far has pretty much been with a Batrider. I can't think of an instance without it because every time I start off by saying he makes every fight a 45.
Yep.
Hmm.
Enigma's
Enigma.
second pick. It's kind of weird.
Well, I know they're picking him because they don't want him to get banned second round, which I understand. He is one of the most common second round bans right now. And the thing about this lineup is you have to play perfectly with it because if you waste your ultimate on Ravage and for Black Hole, if you waste that, you have two heroes who are going to be useless for the next fight. So if engineers rule the world, pick up a bunch of heroes who aren't so reliant on big team fight ultimates, then as soon as they see BINSKI drop their ultimates, they can just go in and win a team fight pretty handily. But we do see Bounty Hunter picked up. How do you feel
hmm
about that hero?
I think Bounty Hunter is a really strong hero in this patch because the patch when 6.75 came out, it increased the amount of kills that you get from assists and just overall. So Bounty Hunter already feeds off of kills, so it just helps him out even more, and he becomes such a good chasing hero and allows his team to chase a lot better too.
Yeah, I mean, he's so good even in laning because with Janata, he can if you give him the right matchup 1v1, he can either use the Janata for last standing power, which is obviously really good because if he's ever in fear of getting outlasted in lane, he doesn't have to worry about it. But it's also really great for harassment because obviously crit, you're never going to turn that down. Do see Sven picked up by SFU though.
hmm So they want to counter team fight with his massive Stormhammer, I guess.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying earlier about when you have the team fight that BINSKI has, you pick heroes who don't really need to rely on big cooldowns. And Sven's cooldown for ultimate is only 80 seconds. Not to mention that even if he doesn't have God Strength up, he still does a shit ton of damage through his cleave alone. So these are big heroes that if the Bat Rider can get in and pull any hero, probably not the Tidehunter because Kraken Shell will proc and you pull the Tidehunter into your team for him to set up a perfect Ravage. But if they pull a hero like an Enigma into the middle of the fight and get him out early, and then Sven's able to pop a BKB and turn loose, you're going to see a lot of things happening.
Also, I've noticed that every single hero on the Dire side can stun Enigma, so he has to get the BKB up.
Yeah, but which is good for Enigma to be honest, because some games when you're building them, you don't quite know what you need to go. Like you want to go Blink Dagger, but there's that one hero on their team that's going to prevent you from doing it because you know if you blink in, he's going to instantly stun you. But this game, it's clear to him that he needs to go BKB, even though Bat Lasso will go through BKB. If as long as he keeps the bat in the black hole, he should be good.
And it's also very short range, so I think it's not going to be an issue this game, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, going over the bans real quick, we do see that TA has been banned from BINSKI. Obviously, they don't want to. I keep seeing these TA bat lineups where they just stick the bat off lane and pick up the TA for mid, which works really well. But I've yet to see that jungle bat that I keep looking for. It's really a shame.
I think it's just that some people are not comfortable with
Yeah.
it right now because it's like a niche pick that you want to do
Hmm.
if you have a player who's really good at bat, who knows how to jungle.
Yeah.
But if you don't know how to jungle with bat, it's just very ineffective.
Hmm. We also see the Brewmaster and the Wisp banned out. So they want the Wisp banned out so that they don't get counter ganked, which is what they're hoping to do with the Bounty Hunter. Just make sure that they know they can control the flow of the ganks because the Bounty Hunter will be scouting everything out. And obviously Panda just adds to a team fight and they don't want to have a counter team fight against them. Even though it has been changed that Pandas will be caught in the black hole. And then conversely, we see San Francisco has banned out the Naga. They don't want to have a counter initiation, particularly with the Disruptor. As long as they ban out the Naga, they prevent the Disruptor being picked. Because when you drop Disruptor alt on top of the Tidehunter Enigma, when you have Naga to set them up perfectly, you can just instantly destroy the fight before it even starts.
Hmm. And we see a Storm Spirit ban, which is weird because there's still Invoker in the pool. I would have thought they would have gone for Invoker instead of Storm anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the thing about Storm is as long as Bounty Hunter scouts out the target and Storm can jump over a tree line to get to him, I guess that's what they're worried about. But I don't think I don't think their lineup was going for Storm anyway. Although he is a hyper aggressive hero. Oh wait, no, SFU banned them, so I'm not quite sure. I was thinking it wouldn't fit into the SFU lineup, but I'm not sure
It
it would
could fit
fit
in with
into.
the Binsky,
I
but
guess it could because they kind of do need that aggressive hero to make up for the downtime between Tide and Enigma ults.
I still say Invoker's a good choice, especially if you go Exort, because it
Mm.
helps if a bounty hunter can't get a kill and the person is tracked. But
Okay,
we see
Quap.
here that we get the Queen of Pain instead.
I'm interested to see if they put the Quap mid because Bat can do fairly well against the Quap, not only in rune control, but just he can harass her down so easily since she has such low health pool, pretty low armor, and her turn rate slow is really crucial to her being able to blink out. So if he catches her in a bad position, things can go right for him.
Like so far in my experience, a Bat Rider always dominates Queen of Pain.
Yeah, there's obviously examples if you play better, but we'll see. You
I
see a
think
Leshrac.
yeah, sorry.
No, you can
Yeah,
continue.
sure.
Go.
I just wanted to say like because if you have two equal level skill level players, I think Bat Rider always comes out on top.
Right, right. But obviously, this is not a pro level tournament, and I'd say most of these hero or most people in this tournament seem to be around the mid high skill level. So can't I haven't seen particularly bad play yet, but obviously it's never expected to be pro players. Although they are paying tribute to the one and only BINSKI Light. I believe he's still on Light of StarCraft fame and
Mhm.
Juggernaut. So,
I don't know about the Juggernaut pick though. I don't like it, to be honest.
well, I don't like it because they're trying to screw over the Tide because the Tide's going to be put in the 5 role, but it can work out for them because if you can get a Juggernaut spin in a black hole, you're just doing so much damage, especially with the Quap ult on top of that. So,
But their laning is going to be horrible.
It's not gonna be too bad because Tide's always a solid support, just because he has that slow for Juggernaut to catch up with spin, and Enigma should be able to react in time in order to get some early towers with Eidolons if he goes for say an early mech or even a Bastia alone, since they'll have the healing ward of Jug.
I'm just worried that they might go like the Dire might go aggressive trialing and
Right.
Juggernaut might not get any farm down there.
Which is what it's looking like with the THD Sven and Leshrac. They would be an offensive trialing, but we'll see how it goes. An
Invoker.
Invoker. So I'm guessing what the lanes are going to be right now is a solo mid bat, safe lane solo Invoker, and an aggressive trialing with the other three. Meanwhile, you have a safe lane Juggernaut Tide Hunter with Enigma in the jungle, off lane Bounty Hunter, and a mid quap.
Agreed.
So when this game actually loads, you want to go over SFU and I'll go over BINSKI?
All right, sure. Okay, so SFU, we have Unholy Pyre on the Invoker. We have what is it? WRI? Oh, RI, sorry. On the Leshrac. Sammy's on the Batrider. Hafizi on the THD. And then we have Arcanos on the Sven.
Yeah, important to note they're going all 5 bot to try and get those wards down and maybe pick a fight. Meanwhile, on BINSKI, we have Sun Lisa is going to be quap mid, Enigma is going to be played by Makami, who's going to go into the jungle. We're going to have Bounty Hunter is going to be played by the Immortal Rod, probably going off lane with that build, lots of regen and the Stout Shield. Flames is going to be on Tide Hunter going bot with the Juggernaut played by Enjoy. And we are going to see the 5 meet up. And this is interesting, the Bounty Hunter is already ghost walking up first. Not that
I
he's
think it's
getting
good to
it.
scout it.
Yeah, but it's interesting that he's doing the ability now to walk out there.
But the thing about Ghost Walk at the early levels is that when as the cooldown refreshes, the Ghost Walk duration is the same.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
It's just that it's interesting to me that he walked out there when Enigma was already in no man's land. It looks like the
that's true.
5. They might try and go mid when. Yeah, it looks like what they're pinging for is that when Enigma goes in the farm of the jungle, they're gonna get a first blood. But we'll
It's a
see.
good idea. It's a good way to
They
go.
seen them with the ward now, especially with when they went up with the bat. So they know they're there, and everybody's just gonna back out.
hmm Well, they warded the magic bush, and then they also have a vision on the
Hmm.
rune, so they're all set in that regard. But they're
Yeah,
still wasting a lot of time here.
well, it's really good against Enigma because Enigma he can get these two camps, the small camp and the big camp, fairly easily. But after that, he's got to rotate to the big camp on that's being warded by the magic bush. And if you ward that off, his jungling gets really slow. And even though one of the main strengths of Enigma is a powerful jungling, if you disrupt it even a little bit, he gets screwed over pretty hard. And as we can see, he's forced to sit in the tree line waiting for the 5 to come out.
And we see it's actually Batrider who's going to be soloing against the Bounty Hunter top.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I guess with the Invoker mid, they feel pretty confident about him. They don't need to waste the bat top, like so to speak. Or waste the bat mid, I should say, since he is going top, yeah. And Invoker's one of those heroes that he can sit mid all game, but Batrider needs to get a fast 6 and start making some ganks in order to really make an impact. So it makes more sense that you put him in the safe lane where he'll be moving around all game. Maybe put the Sven up there once you finish your offensive tri lane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's on his end because I'm pretty sure we're on US West right now.
hmm Yeah, I have 100 and something ping, so yeah.
But yeah, looking at the lanes right now, I think the Radiant side's going to be hurting because this Jug's not going to get a lot if Tide can't balance the lane with some wards.
Yeah, they can't kill him either, though. That's the thing because of his spin. Blade
Well,
Fury.
if they can chain it perfectly, maybe they can, but
I don't think that's
it's
gonna
going to
happen.
be pretty tough, yeah.
Especially since they have 3 stuns which all have casting animations and they're not instant, so
Yeah. Well, that confirms it's San Francisco. Thank God, because I had no idea for sure. But yeah.
And I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
what Tide's gonna do because he can't pull. He'll have to leech experience from Juggernaut.
Which isn't too bad, because Juggernaut really doesn't need as many levels. He just kind of needs summon spin, maybe 1 level of crit, 1 level in ward, and get his ult, and then goes ganking from there. But I mean, he does need a couple. He's more item than level dependent, I feel.
hmm And I noticed the early sentry wards by Bat. That's a really good choice because I
Hmm.
think they predicted the lanes perfectly.
Hmm. And the thing is, he'll be able to with Napalm, he'll really be able to take advantage of this bounty hunter given his low base health. As you can see, Bat already has 100 health on him at level 1. And it looks like we're
Mm.
going to start again. I think mid's going to be the lane to watch though, because Fire Invoker can do fairly well against Quap.
It's interesting how a lot of invokers go with the Ferrari build with the Blades of Attack, but this invoker he decided to go Circlet first.
Yeah, I wonder. I think he's just trying to tank up because the Quap was. He might have suspected. Well, it had to be the Quap mid, but he might have just suspected a lot of Shadow Strikes coming out and wanted to defend against it. Looks like Enigma has figured out that the ward has been pulled, or the pull has been warded. Excuse me.
Yeah, the speaking of Shadow Strike, Quap has no levels in it.
That's interesting. Maybe she feels she doesn't need to harass. She can just get away with Scream, and especially since she's gonna have pretty much complete rune control at this point. Especially since Invoker's going to sit mid all game. Looks like Enigma's actually going to take the enemy jungle in response to his jungle being warded. I'm not sure if that's the correct decision. He can still get some farm bot, and this completely shuts down the possibility that they're going to ever push bottom lane. Although with a tri-lane it'd be pretty hard anyway. It still kind of sacrifices the lane though.
I agree. I mean, these two camps they provide plenty for an Enigma early game, so there's no need to endanger yourself by going up here.
Yeah, and as we see mid, because he completely ignored, well, I'm sorry, he's on the Radiant side. The Quap is winning the lane against Invoker pretty handily. He can't sit in lane right now until he gets a couple more levels of Exort in order to outlast hit Quap. And since she went a Scream build, he can't get anywhere near her. Yeah,
Hmm.
as you can see, she just, oh no, she's taking a lot of harass for it, but still.
She does have her bottle though, so.
Yeah, so that's good for her. And we do see Bat is absolutely dominating the bounty hunter top, I should say.
Hmm.
Oh, one thing to note though, it's always one person can look at this co-op score and say, oh, she's
Oh,
got
bottom
15
lane.
less hits. Oh, excuse me. It looks like you're right. Bounty hunter is able. Excuse me. Juggernaut is able to Blade Fury out of the secondary sun, but everybody's low. Lesh is gonna pop Edict, but it's not gonna hit anything. And Sven's kind of low, but they do get out. Okay. But as I was saying, it's always interesting because Quap actually has 7 denies, which is, I think, even more important than the number of last hits she has, since she's just keeping this Invoker down. And as we
Oh,
can see,
top lane.
oh,
Bounty Hunter might
Bounty
go
Hunter's
down.
getting down. But it looks like Enigma comes in with the right. Oh no, nice. Flame Break is able to catch the Bounty Hunter. And Enigma's going to go down as well, I believe. Yeah, it looks like he's going to
Hmm.
be in a lot of trouble. I'm glad you caught that. Thank you. Looks like Enigma might go down to one more last hit. Yeah, and Bat's going to live, I believe. Yeah, he has plenty of health left.
Great plays by Batrider.
Yeah, it was a good play by him to be able to throw down a sentry and catch the bounty hunter in time while the Enigma was stunning him. And a good thing that he didn't panic, since he knew Enigma was so low level that that stun only did 2 ticks, that he would be able to turn around, still get the Bat Rider, and come back. But he did have covering fire from the Invoker just in case. So that's always good about being Exort, is you always have that backup plan if that pesky offlaner just gets away with 1 HP. Looks
Hmm.
like Quap's gonna go top. Oh no, she changed her mind. I guess she figured out Enigma wasn't in there anymore. Oh no, sorry. I keep thinking Enigma and Quap are on different teams. That's not good. Oh, looks like they're going on Juggernaut. He's not able to do the Battle Fury. This is what I was talking about. They just instantly pop him with stacking all 3 stuns on top of each other. Wasn't able to get his Blade Fury off at all, and they just instantly kill him. And
Hmm.
Tide just is forced to watch.
I think it was in this case, Juggernaut should have seen the Stormhammer coming in and instantly Blade Fury, but it was
Yeah.
just mistiming. It
And
happens.
the important thing is Sven's got a bottle. Oh, Quap gets a kill mid on Invoker. Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, I
Looks
missed that.
like she was able to pop her ult for it, so pretty good play on her part, seeing that Invoker was pretty susceptible. And it looks like they're going to try and gank the Enigma since they see him with wards, but the ward on the Radiant's going to see them come in as well. And he's going to be okay. Oh, I gotta... What is this picture?
What
Trying
picture?
not to focus on him well, but that's a scary picture right there on the SFU base. Their flag
Oh,
picture.
well,
I guess that's one of the professors. Looks like Enigma is gonna try and do something bot after the ward has run out. His jungle is gonna be his again fairly shortly, and it will be interesting to see if they can get a gank off it. But no, the Radiant's gonna be out of position. Looks like Bounty Hunter's in trouble. He's got a couple of stacks of napalm, but Bat doesn't have any more mana to use on him. So
yeah,
looks like
he's
he's gonna
fine.
get away.
But Bat is level 7 now, which is amazing for only 6 minutes in.
Well, I think more amazing is if you look at the creep score middle, Quaff's 31 for 9 with a kill, and Invoker's 8 for 1. That's he's getting completely dominated. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do. Looks like Quap's got a regen. It's going to blink up bot. She does not have her ult up, but oh, looks like the Radiant or excuse me, Dire is reacting to us. But Enigma's going to come up behind and help. It's going to be a 4-for-2 situation. They do get a stun off, and Sunstrike is going to be able to get the jug off. Yep, at the last second. Looks like Sven will go down and return. Maybe not. Maybe he will. Warcry is keeping him the arm to keep him up through Quap's harass. And looks like she will go down. Will they be able to get THD? No, THD will get away. But good on them for at least getting the Sven for the Juggernaut.
I feel like if Quap used her regen room before, they could have gotten both kills, but
Hmm.
no, to no avail. To no avail.
Yeah, I think the Jug kind of was low and he kept chasing even though he knew there was a dual breath waiting for him at the end of it. So it was a little bit of a little bit too much out of him.
He also
Inter
mistimed his Blade Fury, but he could have dodged the Sven stun, but he missed it.
Yeah, he saw it coming. I guess he didn't have the reaction time to do it. Interesting to note that the THD did go for 1 point in Liquid Fire, at least. Looks like he's going to level up Ice Path over everything, but I see a lot of players either completely skip Dual Breath, or it looks like they're going to go in on Tide again. Yeah, they're going to be able to stack the stuns again, and the Sunstrike comes in for Ice on the Cake, although Lesh Stun did miss. So good for Invoker for getting some assists from mid, even because he's got such a horrible start off as it is. At least he can supplement it a little with some assist gold.
Mm-hmm.
And especially experience, since he is just level 6 and Quap's already level 8. Yeah.
He did pick up a Bracer, which will help him survive, but he
Mm.
won't be participating in any team fights anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm always constantly looking to see what new builds Invokers are going, since the drum phase boots are really not as useful anymore, because you're not building Invoker as a right clicker so much anymore, and he doesn't need the mobility if he goes Exort, since you're kind of going all in on his ability to do damage through Sunstrike and his Exort West combo. Well, looks like Bat does steal the double damage room from the nose of the Quap, who will be going back mid, it looks like.
Who has no levels in Shadow Strike at all.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like it especially against Invoker because it keeps him honest. He has to go levels of Quas in order to keep even. But it looks like Quap is going to come gank bot, maybe with Bounty Hunter, who is level 6 and will be able to roll in with his track gold. I'm looking quickly at the grass. You see it's pretty even, although Radiant is winning in gold since they did have, I think, slightly, or excuse me, because the Quap is just absolutely dominating mid, so she's going to have such an advantage.
The Juggernaut has been doing decent, but he's still level 5. He needs that ultimate to be really useful in team fights.
Looks like
In order to...
Quap's doing a pull for some reason instead of finishing this gank, but I think they'll be going in pretty quickly. Yeah, here comes Bounty Hunter, but there is a Sentry Ward down in late, so if he goes up too far, he's going to be in trouble. And here we
he's going
go.
in.
Yeah, they're just going to back out instantly. They saw the Quap coming with the ward, and Bounty Hunter was right under a ward anyway.
I think if Batrider TP's bottom, they can take that fight very easily. Because there are two underleveled people, like Bounty Hunter and Juggernaut. They're both very underleveled.
Yeah, and since oh, nice Ice Path, catches 3. Stormbolt is going to catch the Bounty Hunter. They should be able to finish the Bounty Hunter before. Nice stun, but Sven's going to go down first. Sunstrike is not going to hit on the Bounty Hunter, and they will be able to get out of this alive. Bat has TP'd in. They do catch the Tide Hunter on the end of it, and he should be going down if they keep the Napalm stacks up. But they do lasso up the Juggernaut. Very low health on the Bat, but the Bat is going to live. No, BINSKI is able, excuse me, Sunlisa is able to get him off the back end, and she's gonna have a double kill. If she gets the Shadow Strike, yeah, she might be able to dive for the Leshrac and be able to get a triple kill. Let's see, she's gonna dodge the stun, and yeah, there's the triple kill. And this is gonna turn into a tower push since they have Enigma here. Although his Soul Ring's back at base. This is incredibly late Soul Ring for Enigma. I'm a little disappointed in that. I think he had it, but it's been sitting in his inventory for so long that... Oh, Sunstrike's fishing, but it's not gonna hit the Bounty Hunter.
Well played by Quap, but also I think Invoker should have a TP scroll on him. He could have counter ganked bottom, maybe got it picked off Quap, maybe.
But the thing is, he's barely level 8 and Quap's already level 10, so he's hurting enough. I think he just feels he has to sit mid all game right now just to catch up. I mean, just to catch up without even like getting into a point where he'll be useful, but just to get to the point where he's not a burden on his team.
And also since he's Quas Exort, and not even Quas Exort, he's just Exort still. He can't really use any spells like Cold Snap, Tornado, or EMP, the team fight spells.
Yeah, it looks like Sven's going phase boots. So sorry, I missed an ice path from Invoker, or excuse me, from Jakiro. But looks like there's going to be phase boots going on the Sven, which I personally like since he always can benefit from damage and he needs the chasing power, and this allows him to circumvent, say, drums, so he can get a BKB up faster.
I actually do not like phase boots because I like the treads for the attack speed for it, because that increases so much damage when you have your ulti.
That's true.
That because so if you have phase boost, you have how much more damage? Like 18 more damage, something
I
like
think
that.
it's 24
But if
damage. Uh,
24, sorry. But if you have your treads, you do 100% more base damage
yeah,
for
24
more.
damage.
Yeah. So
I do see
attack speed's a lot better on Sven.
Tide did get level 6 and does not have mana for Ravage, but it's there if he pops his, well, not even if he pops his stick charge, but it's there. Looks like we're going to have a port top from THD. They might be looking to go on this Bounty Hunter, but it looks like Quap is going to get lassoed actually. And is the Sunstrike going to hit? Yes, it does. This Quap is in trouble. Is she going to be able to blink out? No. Yes,
Mm.
she is. With stick charge, she'll be able to live. Oh, and she turns around. One more hit and she can kill this bat. Oh no, he gets away, or he dies to the dagger alone. Looks like the ice path is going to miss and Quap's going to keep bottling up. They might be looking to go back into this, but they're both pretty low, so they're both going to back out and get content with just that bat kill. A really nice play from her from going back in when she was having a lot of trouble turning because she had so many stacks of napalm, but she just kept through it and hoped that the dagger strike would take him over.
That was very well played.
Oh, it looks like Invoker got a Sunstrike on Bounty Hunter. Let me see. Was in the fountain? No, it was just in lane.
And he
Sorry, I
probably
didn't
stayed
hear
there too
that.
long. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't say
didn't.
that.
Looks like 4 are going bot when Quap's gonna get a haste rune bot as well.
There's no rune vision for the Radiant, which allows Quap to get all these runes for free.
Yeah, and she's having a great game. She's already building up her Lincolns really quickly, I'd say. I think she's going Lincolns at least. I hope she's going Lincolns at least.
She's
We'll
getting
see.
some extra stats from Null Talisman first.
Yeah,
Or
she's
two
going
Null
double
Talisman.
Null Talisman. That's interesting.
Maybe he saw the recommended items.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's her first time playing Quap, and
He's doing amazing.
yeah, 6-0-1. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. You see, the Invoker's kind of catching up. He's level 9. He's got 30 CS. Not horrible. But he's still behind even the Juggernaut, who was under a lot of harassment early. Who just pop his Battle Fury and is able to get some chip damage on the Sven, but he won't be able to do anything out of it. I think they're going to try to push pretty soon because this Enigma needs the Tower Gold to catch up. Those wards in his jungle have just absolutely shut him down.
hmm I think Juggernaut might have been looking for a kill with his ultimate, but I think Sven has too much HP at this point to be in a threat of that.
Yeah, it's interesting to note that Invoker's going for the drums phase boots build.
Do you think he's gonna pick up a Force Staff or Eul Scepter for that combo?
I think he's going Force. I'm not quite sure. Since he's only going 1 point in Quas and 1 point in Wex, it's not exactly looking like oh, I thought he invoked something else. It's not really looking like it's a Quas, or excuse me, a Wex Exort build, which is generally what the combo build does.
I think actually for the combo build, you max out Exort and then you
Well,
get Wex.
but I think you get a couple more points of Wex, and he went back in the Quas, as I see.
Yeah, that might be true.
I personally prefer the Forge Spirits build on him into 4 points of everything. Just because it lets you be so versatile that you can do anything. And it lets you push towers a lot more, which they're going to need eventually. There's a Sunstrike going down. I think they were fishing for the Bounty Hunter? I'm not sure. That was a weird Sunstrike.
Bounty Hunter's going down top.
Oh. Yeah, it looks like Flame Break yeah, he'll get him on the last tick. And it looks like they're gonna pull up the Quap to try and kill the. Oh, he's going in. It looks like he does have Scream up, I believe, Sonic Wave, but he doesn't have the mana for it. So looks like this. Oh no, Bat ran out of time on this Firefly. But it looks like they're getting aggressive bot lane, so we're gonna look at that. Ice Path is gonna miss, but Sven and Invoker are following up right behind him.
Also, I think Juggernaut's still going for that Battle Fury. It's very late for that.
Yeah, maybe he just. I understand the Ring of Health, but I think he's a little too. I think he should leave it as a casual Ring of Health for now. He's kind of not going to get it ever. Well,
I think
Ice
even
Path's
getting a
good, so
Vanguard at
wickets.
this point is going to help him out for the extra HP.
Looks like he was looking for a black hole from Enigma, but not going to get it.
Like,
Quap's staying
I
top.
usually like to go drums on Juggernaut because it gives him so much mobility and also HP that he needs.
Yeah, but he also went treads instead of phase boots. I don't think it's useful to go treads and drums. I feel like since you're getting the drums from the mobility and the attack speed, you might as well like not double tap into that from drums, or excuse me, from treads. Because you get the attack speed from drums, which is why you get drums, and you get the mobility from drums because you get the mobility. But it's more important to get the phase boots than the supplement the movement speed. I guess I don't really know how to word that.
Yeah.
Looks like Invoker did, yeah. He finished his drums, and he's sitting right under a ward. So Enigma could go kill him right now if he wanted. He sees he's alone. But no, I guess he's a little scared of the Leshrac support, who, by the way, is incredibly raw right now.
Mm.
And Sven's going straight BKB, yeah. Smart choice. There's a lot of lockdown on the, or a lot of magic damage more than lockdown, I'd say, on the Radiant side.
Yeah, speaking of lockdown, they only have one or two stuns, which are both ultimates.
Yeah, but it's more the, it's also all of Quap's damage and, Jug? I'll use physical, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. But it's just, that magical damage can make a big difference. And if he can just run through a Ravage and get a stun off on Enigma before he gets a BKB, that's going to be pretty important. They do pop the drum charge from mid. Did they? Actually, no, it was just a war cry. That effect was weird.
Oh, Quap's
Oh,
going
looks
in.
like she does whiff complete with the ult, hits nothing, but they are going to get Leshrac on the side. Sunstrike is going to get the Tidehunter down to half health, and he's going to get double stun. He might die before he even gets Ravage off. Oh, they need one more hit, but the Ravage
Oh,
is going to
Ravage
completely
whiffs.
whiff. And Tide's actually going to go down, in fact. They do get the Quap in the lasso, and a couple Sven's hits should bring her down instantly. Yeah, that's pretty bad by the Tide. Kind of just trying to make something out of nothing. And this Sven might be able to catch up to the Enigma. Yeah, there goes the Stormbolt. If there's a Cold Snap right after, they should be dead.
Oh,
But no.
mechanism.
Well, I think he still would have been dead. I question that Tornado, but I guess they're going to get the kill anyway. I wish they had some detection outside of sentries to get this bounty hunter. It's more beneficial to have dust than sentries, since if they run out of range, you're kind of screwed from the sentries, and you have to invest so much in one area for the sentries. Well, you could have a dust with you anywhere you want.
I also see Sven's not going for any points in cleave, which I actually like now because it's such. I like to max cleave early on after my Stormbolt because it just does so much in a team fight. It does so much damage to the people surrounding the target you're hitting. It provides so much more AoE for a hero that needs AoE.
Yeah, we do see the mech was finished by Enigma. Juggernaut finishes his Vlads. I'm not sure I like that because generally a lot of bounty hunters are going for Vlads these days, since it just helps them with the armor, mana regen, and the fact that you can do an early Rosh with a bounty and just one hero alone. But I guess it doesn't matter as long as somebody on their team has it. And we do see Quap went for the double null talisman, and she has the Lincoln's recipe in her inventory, so kind of
I feel
foreshadows
like
that.
having a Yasha would have been better. But sorry, I have to go for a
Yeah,
bit.
that's
I'll
fine.
be back.
So while he picks up his phone, I'm just gonna cover for him. It looks like Lesh is just going full support, and I did see one item I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, Blink Dagger's up on bat, and Invoker looks like he's going for probably Ag Sector. I don't think it's a BKB. Not a lot of Invokers go BKB outside of late game. Well, I did see one Invoker go for pure carry with an MKB and BKB, but I think that was a Chinese game. Although I'm almost assuredly it was a Chinese game. It's definitely a Chinese meta kind of build. I do see two heroes are rotating mid right now. Four heroes actually. It looks like they're gonna try and smoke up or something. I don't think they have any smoke though. Oh yeah, they do. They have a smoke on THD, and they're gonna do a 5-man smoke in the enemy jungle. I love this idea right now. You need to catch these heroes when you can get a tier 1 tower bot out of it if you just catch one hero. And this is kind of the time where they're not expecting it, since everybody's been farming all game. You just suddenly go super aggressive. Invoker takes the weird path, and he's gonna force this Enigma into the rest of the team. I love that choice. Just forces this Enigma to walk forward, and he's gonna get caught by the rest of the team. Looks like Jug is going to be out of position. If they have lasso, they still have lasso, so if they can find him, even if he spins, they'll kill him. But no, he's going to get out of there. And I think they'd be looking, well, the creep play is a little too far back to get a tier 1 tower, but it was a good pick. They got Enigma. Looks like he did buy everything he needed though, so not as big a loss as it could have been. And Jug just goes top to start farming. and Bounty Hunter. I'm a little disappointed that Bounty Hunter's trying to fortify, or excuse me, it's like Chin disconnected and I might have died. Looks like the Bounty Hunter is just gonna try and farm up, but he should be ganking right now. I feel like with that QoP, they can definitely do a lot more mid game than any defensive prowess that San Francisco has, especially if they catch, like, say, the Leshrac out. They can just instantly pop him. Excuse me. Looks like everybody's still farming though. They are going to get this tier 1 tower though. There's no reaction from the Radiant side, even with Enigma just respawning. Enigma just went straight mid and they just looking to throw down some wards. And yeah, they get this tower pretty easily. I don't think they're going to go for 2, but I wouldn't be shocked if they do. Looks like Bat's a little out of position, trying to look fishing for somebody, but they do spot him with a ward, and Enigma's not going to fall for that trap. It looks like Enigma got mid tower with the Eidolons. Okay, I was looking at top tower and I was like, it's not dead, but she says it's under attack, so I believe her. Looks like they're gonna try to go for 2, and they should be able to catch out the enemy heroes in the jungle. Looks like Bounty Hunter is gonna go ahead and start on the Sven. Should get a track off, yeah, and he's gonna go down before he can pop BK. There's a nice Ravage, his 4 heroes, and they're able to get the Leshrac right off the bat after. Quapalt's a little bit off with the Lincolns. I think she'll be able to just live through this. Needs one more Scream, yeah, gets off the bat. THD's gonna go down too. Looks like Jug wasn't able to pick anybody off on the backside. He was trying to go for Invoker, but they should be able to Ghost Walk, yeah, and he will be able to walk out of there. I don't think there are any detection, even though they know where he is. I think Bounty should be following him, though, in case he pops out, and you can just track him instantly. But looks like he's not going to be able to do so. And yeah, when Sven spawns, he's just going to top. So he's only 400 away from his BKB. Obviously, losing that fight wasn't so good for him, but when he gets his BKB up, it's going to make a difference. I thought he had it last fight. That's why a little bit of a mistake. That he should have bought it before he died, because I think he would have had the gold before he died. It looks like Quap with haste is going to go top, and yeah, with a Lincoln, she's going to be able to kite around this Sven pretty easily. Yeah, she's just stay on him, especially. Oh no, stick charge is going to come up. Let me call him again. And it looks like, yeah. Hey, you're back.
Yeah, my friend called me and then my internet dropped.
That's shocking. Yeah, you missed a pretty big team fight. Radiant took a 4 for nothing in their jungle, so.
Did they use the black hole? No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. They used a nice Ravage, though, 4 heroes. Or 4 heroes gone. It looks like they were going to be able to catch up this Quap. Oh no, Lincoln's, nice play. The Lincoln's pops on the Stormbolt, so they're able to use the lasso to pick her up, and then Lesh Stun is going to be able to secure her in position. And they're going to try and push a tier 1 off it, because it is pretty low. Yeah, and Sven almost...
No, sorry, go ahead.
No.
Okay, let's talk about Juggernaut. He's saving up a lot of gold. He might be going for a Yasha.
Yeah, Sven finishes his BKB. He was so close to it after that fight that they just lost, but gets it back right now, and it's gonna make a lot of difference in the team fight, I feel like. And but they still haven't used Black Hole, so that's interesting. I don't think Enigma's used it once this game, to be honest. And he does finish his Blink Dagger.
He didn't go BKB.
No, I guess he just went Mech Black Hole, or Mech, excuse me, Mech Blink Dagger.
Mech Black Hole, yeah.
Yeah. And we see there are a lot of aggressive wards by the Dire, I want to point out, in the enemy jungle. They just want to make sure they see them the instant they start trying to find the jungle. And they're going to go for more ganks again, which they can afford to do so with a Bat and with a roaming Sven.
They might be going for a Juggernaut bottom.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah, they're already drawing the line. And it looks like the only problem is Invoker's trying to run out there with 1 level of Flex. So, yeah, not the best. And there's a ward, though, that's going to spot them. Although Bat is able to blink up, I don't think they're going to be able to catch him. We'll see, though.
Juggernaut could actually counter-initiate with his ultimate.
Yeah, and with Quap coming up, I think it'd be a good idea, but I guess he's a little scared that they might have more behind them, as he did see the Leshrac coming up.
He's still pulling a lot of gold. I wonder
That's a lot of wards. Look how many wards there are. There's 5 wards up. 4 of them are on the right side of the map, just for the Dire.
I think they might be out of stock, too, for them.
Yeah, that's what
they have 1 in stock.
So they were stockpiling wards. 'Cause you can only get 4 wards at a time, so they
I
must
guess
have.
their support got very frustrated.
Yeah. Or more, I think it's more that they got frustrated at their support. You got to ward everything. So I don't think they saw the blink dagger on Enigma, and he might be having an opportunity to blink black hole right here, especially since, well, Bat's staying back. Very smart decision on his part. He needs to stay as far back as possible so he doesn't get caught in the hole, since he's the only one who can cancel it right now. Oh, well, I mean, when he gets a BKB, I suppose right now anybody can still cancel it as long as they don't get caught in it.
Yeah, I mean every single person on the dire team can cancel it
That's actually a
theoretically.
good point. They do all have 5 stuns. That's a pretty smart play on their draft. Looks like there are going to be 5 heroes bot, but they need to get this Sven bot. He doesn't have a lot of health though, so I'll be interested to see if he can do something. Looks like
Well,
Bounty Hunter's just hanging around the fringes. I'm a little disappointed he's not trying the track. There he goes. He's going in for tracks now. He needs to be
it's
setting
going
up.
too close though.
Yeah, he went a lot too close. And Cold Snap, especially with the Forge Spirits, he might be going down here. No,
Healing
he
ward's
runs
too
out of
good, man.
his range. Yeah, and with the healing ward, he's going to be perfectly fine.
But they
Meanwhile,
did
Sven's
force
just
out a
trying.
healing ward very early, so it's gonna hinder their push a little bit.
I like Sven's decision though. He's trying to farm as much as possible, and he's only coming in at the last second.
It's a random bottle here.
Well, he's gonna try and pick it up with the crow. Oh no, I guess not. It's weird. He dropped. I think he was trying to crow it, but because he didn't think he had an inventory slot, but he already had a slot for the TP, so he's fine.
Oh, there we go. It's on that courier.
Yeah. Again, I really
Yeah.
wish this bounty hunter would try and track a bit more. The range on that's pretty modest or reasonable. If you can get to like this cliff over here, you can track at least 3 heroes. Looks like they do get a cold snap out. Not sure who went on. Might have been a creep. And yeah, in the meantime, Sven's just pushing top. Well, there's 5 heroes. Oh, SFU in Texas, really?
Oh, sorry. I'm
Yeah,
talking G.
I know. So they're pushing, wasting a lot of time bot. Well, Sven just got a lot of farm top, but Quap just comes in, instantly screams, and gets half a wave. So pretty good for her.
Do you think Sven's going for an armlet or is he going for Helm of the Dominator?
I'd
Or
like to see
Denominator?
Armlet, but I think he's gonna go home with the Dominator. Let's see.
Not
Is
Denominator.
anybody building a Vlad's on their team? There's an eye on Enigma. He just picked up a, or I should say, a gem. And there's Dust and Sentries on Leshrac, but I don't think anybody's gonna go Vlad's for him. So I think he's got to go. I think he'll go Armlet though. I don't know.
It's up for him to decide.
I'd like to see a smoke gank here out of the Dire. Yeah, since they do have. I guess they were just checking for a ward up there first. But they have 5 heroes here and they have a smoke, so I'm not sure what they're doing. Although there is a ward if they do choose to walk out. Let's see if they notice it. One thing about the sentry ward is you have to actually see them. It won't show up on the mini map, but you have to see the enemies
Oh,
walking
they
by,
saw him.
and
They
they
saw
saw
him.
him. Yeah, everybody's gonna back up now. They spent a lot of time sitting on that sentry for some reason. I don't think any of them have a gem. Yeah, they didn't know there was a ward there, so I'm not sure why they were sitting there trying to de-ward, but whatever. Looks like Quap left her illusions to block the ancient camp. That was BM of her.
Pro farming skills.
Yeah. Deny your own ancients and hopefully you'll be okay.
It's this ward again that you had thoughts about the last time we casted together.
Which one?
Up here. If you can. It's,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't like that ward personally. It's just it shows you so limited vision when you can go if you put it on the cliff over here to the right, it just shows you their jungle and it shows you the same vision the one on the left would show you. Oh, looks like they're going to be able to go in on the Sven. They get a dagger off. He might have to BKB out of this because Bounty Hunter is catching up really fast, but no, just gonna Shuri toss him. He did choose to max Shuri before Invis though. Not sure I agree with that. You only get a moderate amount more damage, and it's a lot more mana, and he's a very mana-intensive hero.
I agree. But that drums, since most people forget, it also gives a lot of intelligence because it gives 9 to all attributes. Helps with the spamming a little bit, but still.
Yeah. Looks like they're setting up. I don't quite understand this. They're trying to go for top tower when mid tower is the same amount of HP. Although sadly it's 1 HP above deny range, so the Dire won't be able to get rid of that. But they do have an eye, so they can spot this bounty hunter, and the Quap is going to get caught by the ice path. But I'm not quite sure THD should be committing that hard, and yeah, he's just going to back up.
Wait, who has the gem on the dire side? You said.
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant Radiant. Yeah, they have Dust on Leshrac. That's what I was thinking of. But I think they could be a lot more aggressive, especially since, oh no, Tide doesn't have Blink Dagger. But since Enigma has his Blink Dagger, as long as he catches around 2 heroes in a black hole, Tide's gonna have plenty of time to walk in and ravage. So I feel like they can be a lot more aggressive than they're being right now.
I feel like Invoker shouldn't be using
Well,
tornadoes.
there's the ravage. Yeah, and he's gonna make a nice quap out. Well, Sven does get the stun off by the time the ult comes in. Nobody's quite dead, or excuse me, THD is dead. Juggernaut gets pulled by the lasso and doesn't get deposited on the cliff like he wanted. And it looks like there's gonna be an ultra kill for the quap. Can she go for 5? Oh no, the bounty hunter
Stolen by
stole
Bounty
it.
Hunter.
Wow, that's pretty BM. Yeah, Quap had a nice ult and then was able to chase a couple heroes down with her scream, especially the Invoker. He barely limped out of that first fight, and the Sven barely got his BKB up by the time the ult came in, but he was already at half health, so it was pretty easy for Quap to track him down, I should say. And I want to point out they
There's
didn't
still
use
no black hole.
yeah,
used
still
this
haven't
game.
used a black hole. And looks like this Quap is going ham, and she is gonna get storm bolted, but Lincolns will block that. Interesting macro fire, but Bounty Hunter's walking right back through it, but he should be okay. There's no lasso up, so Quap should be able to run out of here just fine. And they're gonna get
Bounty
bottom
Hunter's dead.
tower. Or should say top tower. Oh, it looks like Bounty Hunter did go a little too far, and there are car alarms going off, but I'm gonna be okay. I don't know if you can hear that.
Nah, I can't.
Thank God. It's really loud. Anyway, Leshrac does pick off the Tide Hunter on the end of that, and Bat overextends though, and Quap will be able to bring him down. And she
This
is on a
Quap's
mega
doing
kill.
work.
Yeah, she's 12, 2, and 6. It's pretty impressive. And she's almost has her sheep. Actually, no, she does have her sheep. I'm sorry. She
Yeah,
chooses to buy out for it, which she is because she's going for the shop. And yeah, this is was a pretty. At least they held the racks for the Dire, but that was looking pretty bad for them.
Remember how I was talking about how Juggernaut was pooling his gold?
Mhm.
Look at his gold. 5.2k.
Wow, maybe he's going sneak rapier. I don't know.
Sneak butterfly. They'll never expect it.
Yeah, they'll never expect the rapier either. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. I mean. Looks like Enigma is going for his BKB next, though. Has picked up an Ogre Club. Batrider's picked up his own Ogre Club. I think he's going for a BKB as well. Invoker got his Force Staff after getting that Ogre Club, just for some health, I guess. Looks
He's
like a
also
mech
going for a BKB.
Is he? I couldn't tell. I think he was. I thought he had it for an Ags, but it looks like they're in the mid in the meantime. I thought he was going for an Ags, but then he just went in the Force Staff, so I'm not quite sure what the point of that was.
I think if you want to go Ags, like most of the Invokers, they go Point Booster first because it provides HP and mana.
Mhm.
While the Ogre Club just provides the strength.
Yeah, but he might not have had. He might have been 200 gold short and was impatient. A little interesting that they're not going for Roshan though. They have a really good team for Roshan with Enigma, Gush out of Tide Hunter, and with Vlad's on the Juggernaut.
Also the healing ward. Can't
Yeah,
forget
and
about
the healing ward. Looks like Sven is stuck on that Helm of the Iron Will. I'm not quite sure where he's going next.
Nothing on the courier either. Oh, there's a bottle on
Oh,
the
there's a
courier.
smoke gank though. Hold on, they might be able to catch out this Juggernaut if they keep going. Yeah. Oh, this Enigma's in trouble though. Sven's stun is gonna come out right. Oh no, he blinks and dodges it right as the bat jumps in. And it looks like they are gonna catch out the Bounty Hunter though. He's gonna probably go down. Nice ravage, but it catches 4, I think. And Juggernaut ult is gonna go through, picks off the Jakiro right off the bat. Nice black hole catches Sven and Invoker, and they catch off the Leshrac in the backhand. But the Sven turns around and kills the Tide Hunter instantly, as the Bounty Hunter's already dead. Quap is really low, but it looks like she's gonna get Invoker before the time ends. And Sven loses the man fight to the Juggernaut, who finishes with an ultra kill. And no, I thought GG called, but no.
And he has butterfly. Told you.
No, he doesn't have it. He only has Eagle Song.
Okay, you win this round.
It looks like they do also get the gem off the back of that. DD Quap actually does a lot of damage, I want to point out. Look how much damage she's doing right now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Especially with the sheep stick, it helps with her base damage. So
yeah,
that.
her end game is really, really strong as well. So she just gets a lot of damage over time, which is why most people get a crit item on her, because she naturally has such a good attack speed, and she has a lot of damage, as I just said. Looks like Jug's gonna port back and get the farm up top, but Quap's just, oh god, look at Enigma, poor guy.
Oh, he's stuck.
I think he tried to go to the secret shop.
He could midnight pulse out of it if he wants
yeah,
to.
but no, he doesn't want to.
I guess he just wants to save the mana.
I think he just didn't remember he had Midnight Pulse level. I almost never remember it, and I never. Well, I try not to level it even. one small thing I want to point out about Enigma is often it's beneficial to leave the black hole at level 1 because the mana cost will stay at 250 mana. Well, Invoker checks Roshan, but Midnight Pulse is it's not as useful a spell if you can't guarantee people are going to be caught in it. Oh, it looks like, yeah, Quap is going to be going in on the HD, but he's going to be able to limp out of there. Okay.
Oh, he
Oh,
might
maybe
die.
not.
He might die.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
he
going to
might
get
be denied.
denied. I thought he was going to be okay, but no, it looks like Invoker thought he was going to die, so.
No, I think he was going to die. He had 2 more ticks left,
I
and he was dead.
believed. I think Lesh had a mech, though, so he might have been able to save him. Oh,
Oh,
wait.
Bounty gets a Desolator.
I'm sorry, yeah. Bounty got a Desolator, and it was THD who was going for the mech. That was my bad. So yeah, this bounty is going to shred towers alone, in addition to any armor he finds. But
And shred the supports. I think you can two-shot, like, the Shrek or something like that.
maybe. Obviously not Bat. Bat's got more health than the Sven right now, even.
Mm-hmm.
And he's only got an Ogre Club to comp. Well, actually no, because Sven would have an Ogre Club. Wow. Well, actually it's the levels a bit too. Huh, that's really interesting. Looks
No
like they
new
are
items
going
for
to do
Sven
Rosh.
either.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to do Rosh right now, though. And with double damage again on Quap, she's going to be hitting like a truck. And Sunstrike to check it out, but there's not anything they can do. Rosh is going to go down. Interesting they gave it to the Juggernaut, but I guess it makes sense.
He does have a butterfly up, and he has 3.2k gold again.
What is his farm at? Wow, look at this farm, though. He's only got 382 GPM to the Quap's 528, and this Jug's been farming all game.
This tower's
Oh, it
nice.
looks like they're going in, though. Quap misclicked on the Forge Spirit, but yeah, oh wow, that Rabbit.
Ooh.
Oh, I was gonna say that all might have missed, but no. Looks like they're gonna get the bat as well, and Quap's, yeah, there's the GG called, and they're gonna get the chicken as well. And Quap goes wicked sick.
Well played by Texas.
Yeah, I think this is loser's bracket, so there's only a best of 1 game.
Alright.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's probably it.
I'll ask. I'm pretty sure it's a loser's bracket game.
Oh, best of 3. Well, I guess you have me stick around for a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, so that ends it for this cast, and I'll be moving on to game 2.